Let's start with the discipline divide. This is data collected by the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Civil Rights. It shows roughly 2.7 million, or about 5 to 6% of all K-12 students, received one or more out-of-school suspensions during the 2015-2016 school year. But let's dig deeper into the data. It shows black students represented 8% of enrolled students, but accounted for 25% of students who received an out-of-school suspension. Black female students represented 8% of student enrollment and accounted for 14% of students who received an out-of-school suspension. And children can be pegged as troublemakers before they even start kindergarten. Education Department data from the 2013-2014 school year showed black children represent 19% of preschool enrollment, but 47% of preschool children receiving one or more out-of-school suspensions. In comparison, white children represent 41% of preschool enrollment, but 28% of preschool children receiving one or more out-of-school suspensions. Disciplinary actions are often associated with a range of negative life outcomes. Students who are suspended are more likely to drop out of school and have run-ins with the criminal justice system. Black students also face pervasive prejudice when it comes to access to advanced coursework. A report by the Education Trust shows black elementary school students represent only 9% of enrollment in gifted and talented programs. In middle school, black students make up only 10% of students enrolled in 8th grade algebra, and black students make up 15% of high schoolers nationwide, but only 9% of students enrolled in at least one AP course. There's also a disproportionate representation of black students in special education. In 2016, 12% of black students across the nation received services at school for disabilities ranging from emotional disturbances and physical disabilities to intellectual impairment, but only 8.5% of white children received these services.
And we'll continue to share stories like this about the racial disparities that people are still facing today throughout Black History Month. It's also part of our ongoing Voices of Change initiative here at 9 News, and you can find those stories on our website at 9news.com/voicesofchange.